Now, I need to tell you a story about my sister. You got to hear this one. My sister Paulette, I had 3 sisters. Sandra is the oldest, Nay is the middle, Paulette was the youngest, and then it was my brother Larry, and then it was me. And my mom and dad, I was raised in Atlantic City, New Jersey, right on the ocean. And we had a small house. There were 3 bedrooms. My mom and dad had 1 bedroom, my brother and I had another, and my 3 sisters had another bedroom together. And let me tell you what, my sister Paulette was a collector. She was a collector. Everything that she ever was given or purchased, she held on to. We were always walking all over her stuff. And we were sick of it. One day, my mom walked on one of Paulette's jacks. You know what a jack is? And she walked in and she said, ow! Whose jack is that right now? Whose jack is that? And I happened to be right there. And I said, well, that's Paulette's jack. Yeah, that's Paulette. And Paulette looked at me like this. You little informer, you. I don't care what she thought. I wanted her to get rid of her stuff. And my mom said, Paulette, your stuff is going today. I'm sick of this. And she called my dad in. And my dad said, oh, hold on, honey, hold on. We can figure something out. And what he came up with, there was an attic we had. And he said, let's just set Paulette upstairs with all her stuff that she's collected over the years, and she can sleep in the attic. Well, my other 2 sisters were happy because they made their bedroom bigger. They had more room. And my sister was happy, Paulette, because she had her own place. But there were 10 steps that went up to that attic. And you know, once you got up there, you were okay. It was nice. My dad fixed it up really nice. We kind of jealous. We kind of wanted that for ourselves. But going up at night on those 10 steps, they were creepy. You ever walk on creepy steps? Creep, 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 creep. I hated it. I ran up there. And I stopped going up there at night. Well, my dad would always tell us a story every night before we went to bed, without fail. And this particular night, he told stories to me and my brother, and we conked out. They told stories to my sister Nate and Sandra, and they conked out. And then he saved Paulette for last. He walked up those steps and tucked Paulette in and told her a bedtime story, and she didn't last no time. She fell right to sleep. So he turned the light out, he left the door open, and he creeped down those steps as quietly as he could. Creep, 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 till he got down to the bottom. But Paulette told me the next day, it happened about midnight. She thought she heard somebody on those steps. So she woke up. And she didn't see anything, so she said, oh man, I must be dreaming. So she went back to bed. About 10 minutes later, that's when she said she heard, Paulette, I'm coming to get you. Huh! And she looked, and she didn't see anything, but she knew she heard something. So she put the covers over her head a little bit. Paulette, I'm on the 2nd step, and I'm coming to get you. And she said, Dad, if that's you, I'm going to be so mad at you. You better stop that right now. And she took her head up underneath those covers. Paulette, I'm on the 4th step, and I'm coming to get you. She peeked up, and she saw this humongous shadow on the wall. She jumped out of bed. She took some of her dolls and put the dolls where she were and put the covers over the doll, and she went up underneath of the bed to hide. And her stomach was tight and squeezy, and her heart was going like this. Scared to death. You ever been scared? Oh yeah. That's what she heard. Paulette, I'm on the 6th step, and I'm coming to get you. Yeah, Lord, I don't know what to do. She got up. She ran to the door. She closed the door. She said she took her dresser and pushed in front of the drawer, and it had a mirror on it. and she went back underneath the bed. That's when she heard, boom! The door opened up and knocked the dresser down and broke the mirror. And Paulette said, aha, you're gonna have 7 years bad luck for that, buddy. She shouldn't have spoke, because now it knew where she was. And it said, Paulette. And his big, giant hand reached under the bed and lift the bed up. I'm coming to get you. And that's when she said she woke up. It was just a dream.